Hello guys, and welcome back to Grim Tellers. Today I will tell you a story about the Victorian house and its sinister secrets. So let's get right into it. The Thompson family had always dreamt of owning their own home, a place where they could build lasting memories together. After years of scrimping and saving, they finally found the perfect house nestled on the outskirts of a quiet, picturesque town. It was a beautiful two-story Victorian home, its charm undeniable. It had a white picket fence and a lush garden that seemed to beckon them closer, the roses in the front yard exuding a sweet and intoxicating fragrance. As they stepped through the front door for the first time, a warm sense of belonging washed over them. It was as if the house had been waiting just for them. The realtor, an elderly woman named Mrs. Abernathy, had a knowing smile as she handed them the keys. "Welcome to your new home," she said, her eyes twinkling with an eerie glint. But the excitement in their hearts overshadowed any unease they felt from her peculiar demeanor. She left them with a cryptic warning. Remember, every house has its secrets. The family, consisting of Mark and Sarah, along with their two children, Emily and Daniel, settled into the house quickly. Their days were filled with laughter and the comforting routines of family life. They discovered hidden nooks and crannies, explored the sprawling attic filled with antique trunks and dusty books, and marveled at the grandeur of the Victorian-era architecture. But beneath the surface, an unsettling presence began to stir. It started with subtle, eerie noises echoing from the basement. Soft whispers, faint cries, and strange, unidentifiable sounds that seemed to emanate from the depths below. Mark dismissed them as creaky pipes and old house quirks, but Sarah's intuition told her otherwise. She began to hear faint voices beckoning her from below, voices that seemed to call her name. One evening, when the rest of the family was out, Sarah couldn't resist her curiosity any longer. She descended the wooden stairs that led to the basement, the air growing colder and clammy with each step. The flickering light bulb barely illuminated the room, casting long, dancing shadows on the stone walls. As she ventured further, Sarah noticed a door at the far end of the basement, concealed behind a dusty curtain of cobwebs. It was ancient, covered in layers of grime and dust that obscured any details. She approached it cautiously, the whispers growing louder, more distinct. With trembling hands, she turned the rusty knob and pushed the door open. What she found within left her frozen in terror. The basement had transformed into a nightmarish realm, an eerie crossroads between the living and the dead. Spirits clad in tattered clothing drifted about, their eyes vacant yet filled with sorrow. Tormented souls from centuries past, their faces twisted in agony. "Help us," they moaned, reaching out with spectral hands. Sarah tried to scream, but no sound escaped her lips. She stumbled back, heart pounding, her mind unable to comprehend the horrors before her. Upstairs, Emily and Daniel returned home to find their mother missing. They called for her, but the only response was the ominous echoes of her name from below. With trepidation, they descended into the basement only to be met by the same dreadful sight that had paralyzed their mother. The family huddled together, surrounded by the restless spirits, their grip on reality slipping away. Mark, desperate to protect his family, searched for a way out. In the corner of the basement, he discovered an old diary, its pages filled with the history of the house. It revealed a gruesome truth. The house had been built upon a cursed burial ground, and the basement was the epicenter of the malevolent energy. The spirits had been trapped, tormented for centuries, and they sought a way to escape their eternal suffering. Driven by an instinct to save his family, Mark began a ritual described in the diary. He offered his own blood, hoping it would appease the vengeful souls. Slowly, the whispers grew fainter, the spirits fading away like mist in the morning sun. The moment the last spirit vanished, the basement returned to its mundane state. Sarah, Emily, and Daniel were released from their paralysis. Tears of relief filled their eyes as they embraced Mark, grateful to be free from the haunting. But the house, though peaceful once more, bore the scars of its dark history. The Thompsons stayed, determined to live their lives, but they knew that they would forever share their home with the memories of the tormented souls who had once dwelled in the basement. The haunting had ended, but its legacy would linger, a chilling reminder of the horrors that lay beneath the surface of their seemingly perfect home. Every creak of the floorboards and flicker of the lights would serve as a reminder that not all secrets can be buried, and some spirits never truly rest. That concludes this chapter of darkness. Stay tuned for the next nightmare on Grim Tellers. Until then, keep your lantern close and your courage closer. See you in your nightmares.